What's going on? I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all a little video or whatever, because I was gonna do it Monday, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit of rainy. So when it's rainy like that, you get a little bit of drowsy. You don't really feel like doing nothing. So I said I'd do it while I'm on my break or whatnot. And like I say, before I even put anything out, I go over the lot with myself to see what I'm gonna talk about, as far as how I'm gonna present it to y'all guys, and how y'all able to to register it or just take it in and see. Because all I just try to do is to if you have an issue where it's disagreeable, that's fine too. And there ain't nothing wrong with me disagreeing or disliking, but it ain't gonna be to where I'm just like, oh, you wrong, or you this, that, and the third, and all this. But it's just to help you to just really think outside the box, and that's what really my channel is about: help you think outside the box. So I really hope y'all really enjoyed the introduction of this video. I think it's gonna be awesome. And a lot of people, they are very seldom, when it comes to certain things. They like I say, the old folks say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm definitely with that, but I like to still think outside the box. That's me, especially with these dogs, just thinking outside the box. You don't know, one breeding can take you from here to there off one simple breeding that you figured out, that it's like, oh man, this stuff right here, this really clicks. And but the name of the topic of the day is, can you take a average dog and make foundation dogs or better dogs from that? And so I just been really just putting a lot of mindful and a lot of thought, a lot of just illustrations on how can I present this to y'all guys to really understand, and how y'all can look at it, and y'all probably never thought about it. So I was just gonna probably do like a story, of like, I'm just gonna really base it off, the introduction gonna be based off me, how I like it, because I like certain things. I like to have the underdogs. The underdogs are some of the best situations that you don't ever seen. It don't matter whether it's in sports or you dealing with certain things with somebody, a bully, and then you had this underdog. That's a vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's what underdog. So this like kind of like an underdog video, what I'm presenting. So we gonna basically carry on with like kind of like a story or whatnot. So and it's gonna be relative to me, how I think and whatnot. So taking this average dog, and I'm gonna use Angel's Man of Steel per se, because like I say, I heard some good things about these dogs, and a guy from up this way, he had some of that stuff, and I think it came out like early 80s or somewhere late 80s. But he said a lot of them dogs were good, but a lot of people wasn't running it, and I guess it was just hand-picked people, I don't know. So, and when I look at the Man of Steel's pedigree, because I like studying pedigrees, I look at you see about, like, I think it's top and bottom, you see like two dogs that's bred on top and bottom. Then you got a lot of unknown stuff, so we don't know. So usually with that unknown stuff, you typically have a dog, if they don't know where it came from, even if they do know where it came from, they still don't see a lot of good viewing, a lot of good evaluating, a lot of monitoring. They putting a lot of emphasis on, the dog can get bred, because whatever they don't been proven in their eye. And hold up, before I get to that, I forgot something. Now, this gonna tie in from this video saying I'm taking the average dog and making some foundation dogs off of. This gonna tie in, and this tie in with religion too. But all this is, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. You see me? I'm looking you dead in the eye. All it is, when a man deals with a strand or a certain type of breed of dogs, it's only his theories behind it and his inexperiences and his experiences. That's all it is. So once you understand what his theories is, and they may be, and they may not be, what I'm saying, they may not be where you think they fit your criteria, but that's okay, because when you do certain things for your own kennel, it's for you. Especially, it's for you. You got to understand that you can't be like somebody else. You can't be like these other people out here, even though they doing it. Maybe they took some shortcuts to get there. You can't be like them. You got to be for you. So that's the only thing it is. It's another man's theory, and it's his inexperience and experience with the breed or the strand he has been dealing with. And not saying that he absolutely wrong about what he done or he correct about everything, but another man can come and have the same strand and do way 10 times better than him. But he might tell you, oh, I didn't do it that way because it didn't work, but you didn't ever give it a chance. So that's another thing. You didn't ever get a chance. You didn't ever think outside the box when there was time to. A lot of people, just like I said, a lot of old school guys, they very seldom, and they saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm cool with that, and I'm all for that, because I'm that type of way. I'm old school. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm 43, but I feel like I'm a little older sometimes when it comes to this representing these dogs. But like I said, I haven't even reached my potential yet, and it's only gonna get better. But anyway, but where that theory and the theories of the man with his experience with the dog strand and his inexperience and experiences deal with religion. Because we already know some people might say, oh, I'm Muslim, or I'm Christian, or I'm, Buddha or something. But all these things, they got the same type of similarities. They got the same similarities, but they just different, just a smidge. So they based it off the same fragments. So that's a lot of times that what we doing as far as, it's a lot of similarities, but some of us just take off before each other, and that's what it really boils down to. Some of us just take off, but just a certain one little breeding could take them off, or they just had the money to invest in the land and all this stuff. Because they able to take off. Just numerous of things. Somebody helped them out or gave them a dog or anything, but that's where that situation ties in religion. So everybody say, you come and serve this God, or, just like the strands, as far as the bloodlines, come over here. You won't have to worry about that. You're going to get good and bad. And that's just like even religion. you go get good and bad out of there. But I just want to tie them in together and get y'all to understand that with the experience, even with the religion part, it's another man's theory that you're looking for. Another man's theory and his inexperience and experiences. So, like I said, you can talk all you want to about certain religions or certain dogs, certain bloodlines, but if you ain't never experienced it, what can you really say about it? If you have read about it, you still can't say nothing about it unless you own experience. Like, oh, I don't, So, and now I'm big on that too. So, you can't speak on that, but I had to throw that out there before I go into the video. I hope y'all really understand where I'm coming from. I hope it's really gonna be a good introduction, that y'all really understand me. I'm trying to calm it down a little bit. I don't got super excited, but I've been thinking over it. I think it's been like a week that I've been putting a lot of emphasis behind what I was gonna say to y'all guys, and hopefully give y'all, the audience, hopefully I get a couple bravos. But anyway, yeah, can you take this average dog and make foundation dog? So we're gonna use the Angels Man of Steel. I don't look at the pedigree, but like I was telling you, for the pedigree, a lot of the stuff on the top and bottom are unknown, and then on the bottom of the sire, you got the same dog, and then on the bottom of the dam, you had the same dog. So that old Man of Steel is basically, some Kobe stuff bred with some old family red nose stuff. So now I'm relatively speaking for myself. That's how I think, but I was able to get the dog. So I'm talking about myself in this whole introduction or whatever, talking about myself. So I get the dog from a breeder. I ain't gonna say I get the dog from a breeder, but I got it from somebody else that couldn't keep her dog. But the dog had papers. They had all the paperwork. She was like, look, he said, I can't keep the dog or whatnot. And so I'm able to get the dog, and she got the pedigree, the stuff online. Everything is legit with the dog. But now this other breeder, when he gets the dog, for four generations, he breed out all the high prey draw. But now when I get this female from this female, she got some good traits that I can use. She's athletic. That's one trait. She's smart and got intelligence. That's two traits. She's very obedient, because that's the person that gave her to me, very obedient. So now I got something to link up with, or something to carry on to what I'm trying to do as far as this dog that I got. Because I got something that I can go off of, because sometimes a dog don't even give you nothing. You got I don't hear the dead game dogs where they just so dead game, they don't really give you nothing. They bite up their teeth, they do all this other stuff. they do crazy stuff. You know, I'd rather have dog that right there with them 3 traits than have something that dead game that's gonna bite on stuff, bite up his teeth and all that stuff. Now he's only good for just studying. So, but to each his own. To everybody to think. Now, just as it's my own opinion, this is my personal opinion. This is on my point of views on how I look at things. So now I get the dog. Man, she's awesome. And I like to say females. I'm a fan of females. So get her. She, like I say, she's super athletic, super intelligent, and super obedient. Super obedient. And so now the other traits, she don't have the high prey drive. She probably don't have no mouth. And then she kind of like a little lack of wind. So I'm gonna just say that. So now I get to the scenario saying I don't got her. She was probably just say a year old. I don't got her. I don't have her like several months now. And so in my mind, I'm saying, what could I really add her to her? And I just this exclude the part that I had Alonzo Green with Eli Bolio. Well, no, I ain't even gonna exclude that. Just say I got it, but I ain't gonna mix that in. I want something to complement her at her best ability to really be able to, to kind of tickle them traits a little bit. That's going to, what I'm saying, tickle them to get them ignited so it can bring that high prey drive and that mouth back. So my thing is this, I would go to probably to complement her breeding because, like I said, she's basically, Kobe, old family red nose, but a lot of the stuff, that unknown stuff, we don't know what it is. So I say, well, all right. So I guess what I do is I go try to find me a heavy Cottingham dog. We know what that made of. That Swanson Carolina Rose dog. She is a heavy Metlin's Outlaw, and Metlin's Outlaw was a heavy Kobe with some old family red nose in there. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it in there. I forgot what the dog. A couple of Hemp Hill Wilder stuff back up in the 4th generation. So that's a Kobe X old family red nose or Wilders or Hemp Hill, however you want to say it, cross. I would put that back in here to complement that Kobe and that old family red nose that's down up in here, the percentage that she has up in here. So now, again, like I said once before, she got good traits, but also she got bad traits. Well, I ain't gonna say she got bad traits. She's just not showing the other traits that some breeders would like to see, and other breeders I want to see a dog have a high prey drive. I want to see them, just be gutsy and just all get out, just raw. You see some of them just all get out, just raw. But she does have them solid traits that's down: athleticism. She got super intelligent, super obedience. I like intelligence and obedience go hand in hand well. And but she don't have the mouth. She don't have the wind, and she don't have the prey drive. So now I purchased this. I'd rather just purchase it, in my opinion, instead of this stud. Now I purchased this heavy Cottingham stuff. That's because that came off that Swanson Carolina Rose dog. So that Cottingham blood, and I get a male. And this male got everything. It got everything that you need. It got everything that you need. Far as the high prey drive. The wind, it got the, what I'm saying, it got the intelligence too, just as well. It's got the intelligence. So, I'm evaluating this pup as I get him, as I'm allowing him to grow up, which I do to all my dogs, evaluating, monitoring them, making sure they at my own standard, because I don't got to go over another man's standard. I think that's a lot of times we try to, base our situation or our circumstances off another man's success, and that you should never do that, because you're gonna lose at the end of the day. Whatever it took him to get there, yours might be totally different. You might have to cut corners, and you might have to stand still a couple times. You might have to start over. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. But anyway, I get this dog, and like I say, she was like around a year old. Now, fast forward a little bit. Now he's probably like a year, maybe 15 months old. So I'm like, man, this dog right here is awesome. He got the prey drive. He prey drive up. He like to work. He like the, what I'm saying? He checking off everything. Only thing he doesn't have is maybe I ain't gonna say the obedience. Probably it ain't like hers, because she was already trained to do that. And then, like I say, the breeder that the woman gave me the dog from, the breeder, he bred out the high prey dry purse. So pretty much he made her the temperament dog, you know what I'm saying? And so she's just temperament all the way. She get along with dogs or whatever. So I'm like, man, I want to try to put this prey dry back in there because she already got 3 traits I can lean on and I can depend on, and they solid. And so I get this dog, So now we're gonna fast forward again, and we take that and we breed these dogs together. So let's say she about 2.5, maybe close to 3, and he right at the, you know what I'm saying, the 2, maybe 18 months. But I'm like, okay, certain circumstances, like my homeboy always taught me, you know what I'm saying, you just depends on your circumstance, you can breed him. So but he's showing, that he's able to, get bred on my time, on my clock. So like I say again, you all doing it for yourself. This is all for yourself. So anyway, we get them bred. She was good to go. Because a lot of time when you got dogs like that they good. You don't have to worry about it. She just let the male hop up there anyway. Fast forward, they had the pups. She has, I'm gonna just say 6. We're gonna say 6. We have 6. So 3 come out like her, and 3 come out like him. So I'm still evaluating these puppies. So, and the 3 that come out like her, they got all the same. They act just like their mama. They got the, they athletic. As I'm watching them grow up, from the when they first came out, I wept them, helped her wep the pups, to now on up to 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and so forth, and how many couple of months. And so I started seeing it. So I had to separate the 3 that act like the daddy, because they really ready to, you know how it get, especially if you're a dog breed. You know how them pups, you gotta separate some of them. So them 3 acting like the dad. So I say, I may take another, when it's time for another, the female. I may take the female and breed back to the dad. But then again, I may say, all right, I don't want to go inbred. I might turn around, fast forward again. We just jumping, because I want y'all to get to understand what I'm saying. This is just a pretty much made up story, but I just wanted y'all to get where I'm coming from, how things can easily, where you could take this average dog and make good dogs by me getting another dog that complements her so well that it just connects right together. It just mushed together. And like I say, out of them 3 puppies, I'm cool with that. We got them as just regular old, just pets or whatever. I just kept them. And then these other, I had to, separate them or whatever, and they just turned on. So I say, man, this is what I'm gonna do, instead of just trying to really double up on him. Because when you breed back your daughter to the dad, it's going to be 75 for him. And he's already heavy on, and I don't want to do that, because by saying that, I experienced that with the Lonzo Greenwood Labolio, how heavy that is. And you don't really got to necessarily have heavy dogs to be successful, to have them to be an ace dog. You don't have to do that. And so that's what I'm learning too, as myself, as I look at my own breedings. But I don't had a lot of litters from the year before to now, and I've been looking at a lot of stuff. You don't really got to go heavy. I'm learning, like, you take one inbred dog and take just a regular, line bred dog, or a dog that's been outcrossed, and then breed the inbred dog. You got what you want, and then you can just mix it up or whatever, however you want to. And I mean, it just depends on what you really want to do. It's your opinion. Like I say, your kennel, you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. But you also could be successful if you just start breaking down the procedures and the process and the standard of everything that you want to do, not nobody else. Like I said earlier, you can't base your situation off somebody else's situation, because it ain't gonna go like that. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Because like I say, I'm hypothetically speaking, but also I'm speaking on my situation, because that's how I like to think when I taking this dog. But the dog gave me 3 good solid traits. She's athletic. She's she's athletic. She got very intelligent, and with that intelligent, man, you can't never beat that intelligent. And she's obedient, and I like dogs that obedient. Like my dog Sky, very obedient. If I have her off in the yard, you know what I'm saying, I tell her, come here. Just the tone of the voice, she responds to it. And sometimes, them dead game dogs, man, they toned in, they tunneled in, they don't hear nothing. And one thing about a smart dog, you can coach them through anything, you know, out of a situation. Hey, get out of that. And they hear and listen to you like, what? How does this dog get out of that? Man, they listen to you. Like I tell you about Ralph, I could, you know, when I used to have bought my first house and I had a creek and I used to throw it back in the woods, throw the ball over in the woods, a baseball, and he would go over there and find it. I ain't gonna say every time he did that, but he had the basic concept of his owner telling him what to do to go over there and find it. He done did it a couple times. Go over there and find it, boy. Find it, Ralph. And he just be like that. So anyway, and the other three traits that she didn't have the high prey drive. She didn't have the mouth. She didn't have the wind. So the wind was, you know, kind of, it could be a little bit better. She'll get, you know, so, but that's the thing that you can work on. But I get this male, this Cottingham male that's gonna put a little bit of superiority in this breeding and a little bit of comparison because of the two of the bloods, even though these coming off two different probably Kobe dogs and two sides of old family red noses, but it don't even matter. Once they connect, they connected. And I'm a fan of that. I believe, you know, you can reach back ever far. That's why they always say you can get throwbacks. One breeding, you can get a whole dog that act just like such and such, you know what I'm saying, or whatever dog you had, look just like, got the same attitude. He might not be as better, but he close, you know what I'm saying. But the main thing of it, when you breeding, you always want to be breed better than the dam and the sire. That's my whole goal. That's my whole purpose. And you as a breeder, even if you do privately, you still want to be able to do that. Is breed bred better than your dam and your sire. That's, man, when you see that, that's awesome when you could do that. And you know all them traits that she had and he had. But anyway, let's get back to so I do another breeding within. I said I'm gonna just inbreed that way because I'd rather do that because, you know, breeding the same siblings coming from the same mother, sire and dam, you know, you could do it that way. I'd rather, instead of doubling up on him or trying to double up on her, I'd rather do it that way and see what I get. So the next breeding I do, it almost the same thing, but just say she might have 7. I'm gonna just say 7. So now out of them, you know, the first litter she had 6. 3 of them came out like her. 3 of them came out and they awesome too. They all they fathers. You know what I'm saying? And however it is, the males, 2 males, 1 female, whatever per se, or whatnot. But then I do the next litter, she have 7. So now out of that 7, 2 come out like her, and the rest of the 5 come out like her. So now I'm keeping all these dogs because I really, before I even let anything go, I'd rather keep it and see it for myself how they act and let somebody else, let alone let somebody else judge it for me. And I think that's a lot of times we allow stuff to let other people judge, and sometimes they can throw salt in the wound, and sometimes they can throw bad word. It just depends, man, what they can do. But you got to go for yourself, and that's the main thing. That's what I'm really, really learning as a breeder. And like I say, I tie this story in, and I kind of keep mentioning to y'all. That's what really making me want to be a good breeder, because I seen a lot of dogs when I was growing up. I seen a lot of dogs, good solid dogs, like get you know, they bloodline get wasted or get watered down just because somebody else trusted this person to keep that line going, and they didn't do it. Something came in, like, oh man, and something came up, man. If he left you with that and he had a situation or circumstance, you supposed to be able to do it. That's how my homeboy Sinclair did with Slim Jim. He got into a little jam or something, you know, he preserved his line for him and kept it productive, kept it promising, kept it at a high quality. That's what he done. And, you know, like I said, that's why I got to give them guys credit where it's due at, you know. Big shout out to both of them guys, man, and well, all 3 of them. The other dude, my man's Bullyfoot. He bred dogs too. What's his name? Well, I forgot his daggone name, but his last name was Williams. But anyway, I'm giving all them guys a shout out because that's what I do in my videos. I'm always remember them guys, keep them guys in my mind, heart, and soul. Never know, they might, you know, something might come to my mind, and I hear their voice right up in there. You know, a telepathic signal might come in directly coming from him, you know what I'm saying, or them, and saying, do this. You know, I'm all open, I'm all ears, my mind is always open, it's trying to evolve, it's trying to excel. But anyway, let's get back on topic. We take care, we breed that, and them dogs get of age, so all that 5 came out, them 2, so I kept them 2. So I kept them too. And me personally, I look at it as I'm all for the breed. So if some of my one of my dogs and I have a litter, and we ain't talking about this topic that I just said, if I have a litter and it come out of the pet, I'm cool with that, because you got people now in this world, they want pets as a pit bull. They just like them, and they want to be straight out temperament. They like, look, man, I just want a good dog, good with the family, good with the kids, and good with everybody. You're going to find that. I'm cool with that. Now, they can just go on ahead to them. But anyway, let's get back on topic. So we take that and we say we're going to breed the best out of the best. So we take that five that came out, and we got this three over here, and we trying to match up. Say, so she had two males out of the first litter out of the three and one female. So I was like, and then she had pretty much, we're gonna just turn the other foot around. We're gonna say she had the four females, since a lot of females didn't come out, four females and that one fifth male, and the other two males came out like her, just acting like her. So we breed that together. Man, once I breed that together, man, the high quality of them dogs just come up. Just one little inbreeding got me where this took this average dog, because she was able to give me something that I can build off of, that I can trust, something that I can build off of. And I still use her right now. I use her again. But all I'm trying to say, man, you see how you could just take an average dog and make good dogs out. Even though the dog, a lot of people like, I ain't taking her, 'cause that's the only thing she got. She ain't trying to act like she want to hit nothing, or this. See, that's all the negative stuff you hear from people. But my thing is this: I try to think outside the box when I'm doing stuff, because when you think outside the box, you find new ways to do things, and you find new creativity to do things. Like now, they pushing us to, they want you to have this AI, AI right now, and this ties in with where they trying to take away from you trying to do anything. Like AI can write you a whole summary or a whole anything you ask. I don't need to use AI. I definitely don't need to use AI to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to start learning how to do things. This mind is great, especially when you learn things and you able to implement on things and you able to share things. This mind is great. We just got to take the time out to apply it. And that's what I try to do with these dogs. I try to apply great things that I hear from a lot of y'all YouTubers that's doing some solid and giving out solid information, and I try to tie it in with mine, so that's what I try to do. But big shout out to my man Samurai, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put a dog in there, man. Big shout out to him, Samurai Kennels. He said some things like me and him talk about a lot of different other things. When we similarities, we got almost the same process when we thinking. That's good, and man, you can always link up with a person like that, and don't know him from a man in the moon, but all it does is just matching them energy, matching the same feelings and situations that we experience with, and we kind of think alike. How you just meet somebody and you just think alike or whatever. So a big shout out to him and all the rest of y'all guys I've been talking to. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand, you definitely can take this average dog and build some foundation off dog. One little inbreeding, and you don't even gotta go heavy up on it. A lot of times, a lot of these older guys, they ain't gonna tell you what they took this cold dog and bred good dogs off of it. They ain't gonna tell you that, because they don't want you to know. They want you to keep thinking like, oh, I got this, and not knowing she is the P, or he or she is the piece to your big success out of some of your golden breedings that you done. They ain't gonna tell you that. So I hope y'all really like the introduction, man. I try to break it down the best way I know how, and like I said, I've been putting really a lot of mindful effort behind what I do and what I say. And like I said, I hope y'all really enjoyed it. But you definitely can take an average dog and breed some good dogs, and especially, and the only reason I say that too, because this average dog that I was talking about, this female that I got, all them old Angels, Man of Steel dogs back in the day, I seen some of them, you know what I'm saying? The dude that had, I went on his yard, seen some of them dogs. They were acting real good, had nice size. They was, big boned, a little bit, had some nice size. Even the females was, I think they was probably about like, man, 45, something like that, 48. The females, I can't remember because it's been so long ago. It's been at least over about, man, probably about 15 years ago whenever I seen them Angels, Man, and Steel Dogs. But like I said, he had them. And a lot of people wasn't running them. And he had some stuff, some nose ringer, Big Sam's nose ringer. That's that Jeep stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them dogs around. He had some of that too. Dude knew what he was doing. But yeah, man, I hope y'all really enjoyed it. My point of view about certain things, and like I say, and if you disagree, that's cool. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool, but when you disagree, don't get on here trying to say get mouthy. But this, you just, man, me personally, I disagree with a lot of people, but I don't get on there and comment on stuff. Just trying to see, a lot of times y'all get on here and y'all just want to be heard. I ain't that type of person to do all that, because it ain't even that important to me. That's that man. That's his point of view. That's how he think. And that's definitely fine. I mean, that's cool. You can't stop a man for how he think. And just because he doing it over this way and being successful, that don't mean I can't do it my way and be successful. With doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, "Oh, you kennel blind," and all this stuff. And I said, and man, like I say, I got so much, breedings up the mind that I could do that I ain't done yet. But I feel like they're gonna be great because I don't manifest in them. And I take the time out to really, really study that pedigree, study my own, study others, and study the ones that I'm gonna inquire or outcross with. I'm just taking the time, what I'm saying, to do so. And that's what you gotta do to get to the next level. I ain't even reached my potential yet. And but I'm coming. I'm definitely coming. But I hope y'all really enjoyed the video, man. But you definitely can take an average dog and bring some foundational dogs in the picture. Because at once upon a time, this average dog had some good dogs back up in the, maybe just say, a lot of times when you look at these pedigree, the fourth generation ain't gonna really tell you nothing. So you gotta go back to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, maybe 12th to see how them dogs was, how them dogs were bred. And you gotta see a man's pattern process to see how he was really thinking and what he was leaning to. And sometimes, back in the day, you can't really, you could put some type of virtual idea on how them dogs were, because if they've been bred multiple times, I'm pretty sure this dog had to be something that they liked and they own. So, and that tells a lot right there. And like I say, I'm big on, I think a lot of dog way back then was better than these dogs now. And I ain't saying nothing against these new crosses that they doing, or these new dogs that's coming up and coming off descendants of these dogs. But man, them old dogs, they were way better. They had tougher skin, tougher hide. They was more rougher. They was more, they just had that finishing attitude, So, but this is just my own opinion. And like I said, man, I'm just here to just share my experiences. Like I said again, this all it is when you dealing with these dogs. All it is another man's theories, his inexperience and experiences. So and when he got his experiences, whether however long it take him to get it or however fast, that's all. That them three right there that he's lining up to tell you about his strand of the bloodline he been dealing with. You'll hear a lot of people say, man, I don't dealt with this type of blood, but I didn't really like it because they don't jump to about 4 or 5 bloods. I ain't doing all that, in my opinion. I'm gonna try to figure something out, unless the dog just ain't worth nothing. But if they got some traits that I can build off of, and like I said before, and the story that I was telling you, and it was a made up story, but she had 3 traits, that I could build off of, and them great 3 traits right there, So, and all that she was lacking, the male that I bred her to, he superseded, you know what I'm saying, all that. So that just threw that right out the window, what she was able to do. And then she threw out good dogs. So she threw out me that 50-50. Long as you getting 50-50 out of every breeding, man, you gonna pretty much win. Now, if they would have threw out, let's say for instance, She might have would have said all of them out of the 6, but one made the cut. Now something ain't right. Now you like, okay, dang, should I do this again? With me, personally, I gotta see, because that's, the dog game is pretty much like, man, and I'm glad I didn't skip this part. The dog game is pretty much like when you gambling out there, gambling cards, you playing poker, you waiting on this card, but you got this other opponent right here. He looking at you, but he got the money now. You might be on and say, damn, I'm on my last, $100 or something, and the pot don't got big, and he looking at you. He don't want, he don't want. He got a big stack of those. A lot of time if you don't been in the gambling, I'm pretty sure y'all have, because I grew up around gamblers and and all that stuff. So I don't seen a lot in my lifetime. And so you got him over here. He right over here. And sometimes you allow certain things to bluff you. You can't allow that. I got to see it. And then you looking at him. He looked like he might have a straight over here. A straight you gotta have. What is it like? I think I ain't played it in so long. So say if he might just say, he got the ace, a diamond, 2 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, and then he got another card, just say a jack or something, and then he got 3 cards back in his hand. So you really don't know if he got the straight, but did he make the straight? But you got over here, you say you might have what is that called? A pair of 2. You got kings and aces over here. But he see it now. He see it. But see that straight gonna beat that pair of 2. So you like, shh, I'm all in. I gotta see this. I can't just let him bluff me this. So now if I don't see it and I don't think he got it, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna let you know, because he gonna slide it in there. So he ain't gonna let you know his game. And that's almost like the dog game. They ain't gonna let you know your game. They ain't gonna let you know their game behind. And that's a good thing to keep that, you know what I'm saying, discreet, because that's just a great thing. But like I say, if I see what he got, then I might win off them pair 2. He ain't make it, so I'm like, shit, I'm all in. I gotta see this what he got. And typically that's what it be like now. Now the pot don't got up to $300. Now you back in the game because you don't sing. But that's the gamble with the dogs, man. You got to be able to take a gamble, man, in order to reach what you want to reach. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they get handed stuff. Good dogs, like I got handed good dogs, but I bought in too. But now I'm going my own way with Alonzo Green, with Eli Bolio. I'm going to be crossing it out with a lot of good stuff. So I'm going to take a gamble. But what have I seen? The stuff is going good with about everything. But also I'm trying to match traits too. I'm trying to match. If I see some old dogs that, I don't care if it's way down the line, I'll say, man, hey, I'm going to see what it's going to do. Like for example, the scatterbred stuff that's been around here 20-something years, it's based off 3 dogs. Well, 2 dogs they bred multiple times. Pretty much like the Slim Jim guy, he did that. But anyway, it's got some Clemens, Toby Nigger in there. That Toby Nigger has that heavy Zebo and the Eli. So I'm like, I seen that in there multiple times. So that's what really got me eager to do it. So I'm looking at, I got Zebo from Lonzo. Hey, and then I got Eli too, just as well. So a lot of that stuff tends to match up when you play stuff together, regardless of what type of strand of Eli is coming from. A lot of times it match up, sometimes it don't. But I'd be willing to take a chance on it. But the stuff that the inbred stuff been breed with, they don't breed it with sorrels, they don't breed it with a lot of stuff. It's going good with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I want to take that chance. I don't see how them dogs act. I don't went on the man's yard, see how his dogs act, that that scattered bred stuff. So, and I'm cool with it. I mean, it's cool with it. And don't be afraid to jump out the box a little bit. Don't be afraid, because a lot of people, man, I wouldn't do it. If it comes from the gut, do it. A lot of things when I do these videos, it comes from the gut or comes from my mind. It be heavy on my mind. And what I like to do is I like to go over it a lot. I like to, just go down the breakthrough. I like to go through the summary before I try to introduce it all to y'all and say the right thing so y'all can really understand where I'm coming from. But see, look, I'm just talking, man, and I don't did about 40 minutes. But let me get out of here. This is Sunday, man. Beautiful day. I'm on my break, so I'm about to head back in. I don't look. It went 9 minutes over, but Yeah, and like I say, man, a lot of things that don't happen to me in the past, man, it's just been a lesson. So I'm gonna take these lessons and we gonna sweep them up. We ain't gonna sweep them up on the corner. I mean, we ain't gonna sweep them on the rug, because that's a lot of times where you mess up when you start sweeping things under the rug. Sweep it up and go through where you don't messed up and evaluate yourself, and so you can revamp, man. You can reset, and once you do that, I think you'll be able to bounce back. But I got some awesome breeding's gonna come, some awesome breeding's gonna come in the near future, man. So, but like I say, I got one breeding. I'm gonna do my last breeding. I hope I can get the female bred, but she acts too. The Sky Littermate's sister, but she act too what you call it. But I don't know if I'm gonna get her bred. If I don't, then oh well, be good. So but I got some puppies that's gonna come back too. So that's a good thing too. So, but I'm on the road to success, man. In order to be the best, you gonna fall, but you gotta get back up stronger. That's the thing. I'm gonna get back up stronger, and I'm gonna get up 10 times or 3 times, 5 times stronger. That's the way you gotta look at it. But once my financial situation get better, I'll be able to I'll be able to do more avenues and to do things. And that's why I say I gotta work on myself. Not saying I don't know how to handle money, but it's just I'm trying to cut some bills down so that way I can put more effort toward this to what I have the dream and the vision in. But it's gonna happen. But I hope y'all really enjoyed the introduction, man. I really hope y'all, and shout outs to the people that when they're calling me, telling me like, man, I just like listen to your video. I'm glad I was able to, to get y'all to thinking outside of the box instead of just being so closed minded. Because closed minded don't really get you nowhere. It just keeps you stagnant. It keeps you enabled. It keeps you handicapped. And not saying, because you could compare that to people being seldom, but you can also compare to people, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's a whole different scenario. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. That's like, you got a great bloodline, and you trying to, you say, oh, I just want to go with this, and sometimes that stuff may not work. So a lot of times you don't need a whole bunch of outcrosses. You just need something to just loose it up. Like a 1/8 or something. You know what I'm saying? Just loosen up a tad bit, and that way, you can get that stuff to just. But I'm here, man, to every breeding I want to do, man. And this is me personally. This is a personal thing. I want to have big success out of every breeding, regardless if, because I know a lot of times we all gonna throw good and bad, and I don't necessarily call it bad, because if I just got a breeding that I had and the ones that didn't make the cut, and they just pets, and some people they gonna want it, and I give it right to them, and they say, man, this is the awesome dog I ever said, best family dog. I'm cool with that. Keep saying that, but let me get out of here, man. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. All Wheel Kennels at your services. I mean, All Wheel Kennels of the Carolinas at your services, man. Yep. I was thinking about too. I know on my papers I got Wilkins, but I was thinking about changing the name on that too, on my papers name. I don't know if I want to go All Wheel Kennels on my papers. I know they cost like $200. I might change the name, but then again I might keep it the same. I don't know. It just depends. But big shout out goes to my homeboy, Sinclair Dogs, Slim Jim Dogs, Bullyfoot Dogs. Big shout out goes to them guys once again, man. We're gonna keep them in rotation. We're gonna keep them in mention. I think that's what really gives me fuel to even do it even more for them guys, man. And I get so sentimental about the like with my homeboy, man. It's like my mom's tomorrow. She'll be gone for 3 years, and man, I'm like night now. I did a little bit of crying and stuff. Man, if you ain't no man, you ain't no. You gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to cry in front of you. And that's one thing about me. I ain't afraid to, be set back. I ain't afraid to do that. But when I do get step back, I guarantee you, I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5 steps back forward. I'm gonna figure this thing out. And like I say, man. But I'm gonna get out of here because I feel like I'm just gonna talk for a whole hour. But y'all have a lovely evening, man. I'm off for 2 days. My man's supposed to be down here. Big shout out to him. He coming from Wisconsin. I don't like really telling my business, but I like to give the people that want to invest back into me, because he could have went anywhere else and got a dog, but he liked it what I was saying, and he liked it my dogs, how they look. And hey, I'm gonna give him the best. So he gonna take Ben 10. I'm gonna let him get Ben 10. Yeah, I'm gonna let him get it and get some dogs back off for him, hopefully. But I'm just trying to set him up for success, you know, and that's how I look at everything. I try to set you up for success. I can't take the last situation and let that that hinder me from being great for somebody else. I can't do that. I can't choose that. But I just got to know my awareness have to be better with trying to handle everybody and trying to be nice to everybody. You feel me? But I know the one that's gonna really connect. It's all about the energy. But you know, when you don't see people on face to face, you can't judge them. You judge them off how they talking. But you live and you learn. But all right, y'all have a good one, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Hope y'all really enjoyed the introduction. All Will Kennels at your service. All Will Kennels of the Carolinas at your services. Y'all have a good one. Peace.